Hi, welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm Justin Riley, your host, and I hope you stick with us today because we've got some great local food that we're going to try from some great local restaurants. We'll be joined by the Cheese Factory Restaurant. This is an all-vegan restaurant up in the Dells. They're going to join us for the very first time today. We're excited to hear from them. We're also going to be joined by the Lone Girl Brewing Company. They're going to talk to us about some great beer and food pairings, and Silver Mine Subs. There's always room for subs with Silver Mine. That's coming up right here on the Restaurant Show, where you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to eat right here on the Restaurant Show. Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. With me now is Ken Brenner from Silver Mine Subs. Ken, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. You brought subs, you brought bread and meat, so it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I brought all kinds of stuff. Yeah, bread and meat.
So what are we making first today?
First, we're going to make the Georgetown. That's our most popular cold sandwich.
Okay.
It's going to be some ranch.
All right.
You know, mayo's pretty much the standard.
Sure. All right. Yeah, we got to have the mayo. Now, are your sandwiches like the Homesteak or the Georgetown, which we're seeing right now, does that determine what kind of bread is used, or can you order it with any kind of bread?
Nope, yep, any bread,
Okay.
white wheat. We even have a gluten-free wrap now. So that's, a lot of people have been asking for that for a while.
Nice.
So we found one that worked. It was hard to find a good one that worked.
Sure.
But yeah, whiter wheat bread, any bread you want.
All right, and we got some guacamole here, it looks like.
Yep, this is our avocado spread that comes on the Georgetown with the ranch and then
All right.
some turkey and
Excellent.
bacon.
I really liked that ranch squirt bottle you have, the triple.
Triple nipple, yep.
Triple nipple. I love it.
Speeds up the operation.
I suppose, yeah.
Sit here forever like this.
Yeah. Especially if you're making a bunch of sandwiches, I imagine that would actually speed it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Cripple Creek's our most popular, another ranch-based sandwich. So.
Okay, all right.
Then we got our bacon and the turkey, and follow it off with some lettuce. And like I always emphasize, you can add any veggies at no charge. So
Okay, that's good to know.
You can really load it up.
So this is pretty typical, though, just the lettuce.
Pretty typical,
tomato.
yeah. It's
Sure,
just, yeah.
sure.
Our base, if you will.
So we're going to talk a little bit about sandwich and chip pairings today. What is a good chip to go with the Georgetown?
Well, if you've ever seen City Slickers where they're sitting around the campfire and the Ben and Jerry impersonators,
Yeah.
so you know he's pairing the ice cream with the meals. So when people are debating on their chip, I just, in my head that's
In
what
your
I'm
head,
playing.
that's what's going on here.
So I swear, the Cheddar Sun chip is the pairing with the Georgetown.
And
So
for me,
I'm going to throw that out there to anybody listening.
for me, this is for any sandwich.
Yeah.
I just love the sun chip. So anyway.
Yeah, it's super popular. So
Okay.
But that's what I'm throwing out there is the pairing with the Georgetown.
Okay, that's a good pairing. We like that. So this is the Georgetown.
Yep, that is the Georgetown.
And do you have different sizes available?
Yep, so the small would be 5 inches if you're
Okay.
just looking for a light meal or whatever, and then the large would be 11 inches, almost like the foot long that people are
This is
accustomed
the
to.
11 inch right
This
here.
is the 8 inch.
Oh, this is the 8
medium.
inch.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
All right, excellent. And so what's the next one that we're doing here?
We're gonna do the Homesteak.
The Homesteak. All right.
So that's our Philly cheese. And what's
Philly
different about
cheese, all right.
this, ranch versus mayo, here we're gonna do pepper jack instead of provolone.
Oh, okay.
So,
Got it.
Kind of show off some of our other cheeses. We have pepper jack feta. What else do we have? We have pepper jack feta, cheddar.
Okay.
And the provolone comes
Sure.
on pretty much all the sandwiches.
Yeah,
Except
all right.
for this guy here.
All right, so what do we got in there?
This we have our Philly cheese steak,
All right,
which also there's a breakfast burrito that
Sure.
resembles this.
sure. Now, I'm assuming this is a warm sub.
It is a warm sub.
Okay.
Common misconception. People get their sandwich and they say it's not hot. We don't toast the subs. We
Okay.
keep, so like the Philly cheese sits in a 150-degree steam table all day, so the
Got
meat's
it.
hot.
Got it. Okay, so the bread will just be whatever the temperature
Bread
is.
will be room temperature, yeah.
Got it. Okay,
Right.
so it's a warm sub.
Yep.
Can this be? You guys do delivery too. Can you order this for delivery? A warm sub for delivery?
Yep, you bet. So what we have for that is, so these are the steamed onions and green peppers on there, which also
Ooh, yeah.
add to the warmness. But so we have this foil hot wrap, which does a real good job insulating the sandwich
Oh,
for
good.
delivery. And all our delivery drivers use, hot bags and stuff
Sure.
like that. So.
Sure. So just like pizza delivery, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Everyone's got a method to keep it
Everyone's got their own
tip-top
method.
shape.
What are some of the other side options you offer with subs? I say you brought some of
I
them
did. I
with you
brought
today.
smorgasbord of sides.
Smorgasbord of sides.
So these are new, which is why I brought these. I did away with the garden salsa sun chips and the baked sour cream and onion.
Okay.
They just weren't selling.
They just weren't selling.
We got this. This is new. This is a Veggie Harvest Farmhouse Ranch sun chip. People like sun chips. They really do. Yeah. Sun chips and Miss Vicky's, I swear. And then we also added. We didn't have any cheddar and sour cream. Okay. So we added some baked cheddar and sour cream to kind of take over the baked sour cream and onion glaze. So.
All right. So you got some options there. It looks like you got cookies too.
Yeah, more sides. You're right. So we got the white chocolate macadamia cookie and the chocolate chunk cookie and the brownie, and those are all options to go in the box lunch here.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the box lunch. Can either of these be ordered with in a lunch box?
Yep, absolutely. So box lunches, I love to target towards business meetings. You know, you sit around a round table with 10 people, you have your box, you can just eat. You don't have to walk around and grab stuff off platters and stuff like that. So that's real accommodating.
Sure. Okay. Fantastic.
And being winter, wanted to show off our broccoli cheese soup here.
Yeah.
This is insanely popular.
Yeah, I bet.
People go nuts for it. You can get it in the 8-ounce cup or the 16-ounce bowl. It comes with crackers, bread, whatever you want. Good for delivery as well.
Excellent.
Yep,
Excellent.
Yep. And then this is a potato salad here.
Oh, okay. Potato salad. Wow,
yeah,
that's real kind of creamy looking potato salad.
Yeah, it's a good American authentic potato salad, and then a side salad.
Side salads, of course.
A little menu education. A lot of people come in and just think sandwiches. So
yeah, there's other offerings there. So yeah, absolutely. Is this ready to go, or is there anything else that needs to be added?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
You can add any veggies that you like.
And any veggies that you like. Real quick before we go, you talked a little bit about the sort of target audience for the lunchbox. What about the catering business? Who would be your target audience for the catering?
Yeah, we do a lot of work with big groups, especially visiting high school basketball teams or sports teams that come into Madison, need a pre or post game meal. We're very easy to access off the Beltline. The bus can park in our parking lot.
Sure.
Super easy.
Okay. Very good.
A great target for us.
And other than, of course, dining at Silver Mine, what are some other ways that people can help you out?
Really trying to push our Google reviews. Everyone out there, if you've tried us, review us. If you didn't like it, we'd still love to hear it, know how we can get better, and we can reach out to you and maybe make your next experience better.
Awesome. Ken Brenner, thank you so much for joining us today. Head on down to Silver Mine Subs on the Beltline. Really easy to get to, really great food. Don't go away. There's more Restaurant Show coming up after the break. Up next on the Restaurant Show, beer and food pairings with the Lone Girl Brewery. Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. With me now is Kevin Abercrombie of the Lone Girl Brewing Company. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you on the Restaurant Show. So, when you guys opened fairly recently, and when you did open, how many beers? When did you open? I should ask you first. And then how many beers are you currently brewing?
We opened on June 13th. We opened without any of our own beers to start with. It took us about 2 weeks to get up to production.
Okay.
Then we were very quickly up to 3 of our own beers, currently serving 11 styles of our own beer. And so we got things going pretty quickly.
Yeah, ramp things up. And you brew everything on site there, right?
We do, yes. We have a 10-barrel brewing system. Everything's made on site. We do a lot of double batches. All of our fermentation tanks are 20-barrel, so that we can make up to 40 kegs per se at a time.
Wow.
And so our more popular beers are the ones that we do the double batches of.
Sure, absolutely. And is there a particular style or theme to the beers that you're brewing right now?
Not outside of the word approachable, and wanting to have them be flavorful and not too high in alcohol content, then the answer is no. We want to just try to stick with that sort of theme. We're doing some Belgian-infused IPAs. We just did a pumpkin beer, but again, the onus behind everything is so that everybody can kind of sit down and enjoy maybe 1, 2, perhaps 3, instead of just something that's really going to kind of kick you in the teeth and make you can only have that one.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there are some beers that you're like, wow, this is great, and then you get to the second one and you're like, okay, don't think I can have any more if I want to drive home. So.
Yeah, I think our theme with everything really is just trying to invite people to be more social, have people come in groups, and they can, again, have a drink or two. We'll go over the food a little bit later, but be able to share the foods and bites. Be in an environment where there's a table that can seat 4 people right next to 4 more people at a social table. Kind of take down some of those barriers of a traditional restaurant. Yeah,
let's talk about your food, because this is food. I mean, this isn't something that you say, this is mine. This is something that's meant to be shared. So what did you bring today?
Well, we have our sweet chili drumsticks. It's got a bit of a Thai chili sauce on it, mango salsa, a little bit of cilantro on top. So
Okay,
stumbling over my words.
That's okay.
There.
That's okay. So that's cilantro on top there, and
Correct.
then you got that almost looks like pico de gallo.
It's like a tropical fruit pico de gallo. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And it's important to say that everything's made in house. I think there's two things that we buy. One of which is bread. So.
Okay, that's the only thing that's pre-made.
Yeah.
And then what do we got here?
And these are what we're calling them our style of hush puppies.
Okay.
So, and it is kind of a combination between a hush puppy and a crab cake. And so it's made with crab, it's made with shrimp, and it's made with a creamy risotto. And that's kind of inside this crunchy shell. We do a flash fry on it, a little saffron aioli on top, and underneath is a house-made coleslaw. Really fun flavor combination for everything.
You got someone who knows what they're doing in that kitchen of yours.
We do, yes. We're very lucky to have Chef AJ along with us. Yeah.
Okay, that's good, that's good. And I mean, do you offer a full menu over at Lone Girl?
We do. I think what we strive to do is to have anywhere between 20 and 25 items. You'll find they're not categorized, which I kind of enjoy. I want people to kind of find what they want. But if you look between the lines, you'll see appetizers, you'll see salads, you'll see sandwiches, you'll see entrees. We do offer daily lunch and dinner specials. We're just getting ready to roll out Friday Fish this coming Friday. So it's got its restaurant style to it, but again, kind of an emphasis on the social atmosphere.
Sure, sure. Well, can we try some of this right now?
Absolutely. Yeah,
right,
please do.
I'm going to try one of these. You want to join in with me
Absolutely.
here?
Sounds great.
Since we're doing this socially, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, I want to make sure I get it. And what is this on top here?
This is saffron aioli.
That's the saffron aioli.
And it's toasted sesame seeds as well.
Okay, I'm going to just jump right in with that. Yeah, you can really taste the seafood in that, the shellfish. I love it. I love it.
Very
That's
fun.
great. And it's on a bed of creamy coleslaw, which creamy coleslaw is my favorite. So, do you offer wine and cocktails in addition to the beer that you brew?
We do.
Okay.
Pardon my full mouth.
I wanted to make it as awkward as possible for you, so I'm just kidding.
It's the trouble of owning a restaurant
Right.
and brew pub.
Right.
You don't get to eat very often, actually. So
I
take big bites.
Take your time. You're good.
Yes,
You're
we
good.
do. We have 8 different wines by the glass, and so four styles of red, 3 styles of white, 1 sparkling.
Okay.
Something that we pride ourselves on. Attention to detail. You saw me when we were setting things up. I like to be attentive to what everybody's looking at. Yes, we want to make great beer. I also want to offer, for people that don't like beer and like wine, I want to have a good wine list.
Sure.
We're not going to be up there with what you're going to find at a wine bar necessarily, with that variety, but I care enough about the wine selections that we have. I want people to walk in and recognize the names and be comfortable with what they're having.
Sure, absolutely. Well, can we pour a couple of beers here?
We did, yep.
right.
So the beer here, first I'll go light first. So this is our Off the Rails IPA.
Off the rails.
Yes.
All right.
It is named for the railroad that is right outside of our front door.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Goes by once a day. We have to keep eyes on the little ones. We are family friendly. We have kids kind of running around every now and again.
Okay.
And so if I haven't seen the train go by yet, I've always got my eyes on the tracks.
Right.
Just in case.
But once it's passed, then we're good to go.
Then you're set.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is Off the Rails.
Correct.
We're going to try a little bit of this. Normally we'd wait for the head to kind of come down, I suppose.
Sure. We get it.
That's yours.
We'll earn our mustache.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little hoppier.
It is a little hoppier. So we've got.
I'm not normally a fan of hoppy beers, but that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
It's a balance of Cascade, Simcoe, and Columbus hops.
Okay.
And again, trying to stay in theme with the drinkable sort of or approachable beer, not too much of that punch of bitterness on you.
Right, absolutely. And then what is this kind that we have here?
And this is Sweet Baby Stout.
Okay.
And so before, John Russell is our brewer, and before he joined us, he was just a very accomplished home brewer. And this was a beer that he had made while his wife was expecting their second child. So so hence the name Sweet Baby Stout.
Sweet Baby. Sweet Baby. I like it. Ooh, this is a real dark one.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Bottoms up.
That's right. Cheers.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I like a good stout, and that was very good.
Yep.
Very good. I like that. Do you do sports events?
We do sports events, so particularly focused on Badgers and Packers.
Okay.
We offer $4 drafts. Again, we have 11 styles to choose from, so $4 drafts during the games. During the afternoon and morning games, we will put out a food buffet. It gives us an ability to kind of experiment on what we might want to do when we get into a solid Sunday brunch buffet. So we've had this fun time during football to say, let's do a hot potato bar, let's do a chili bar, let's do a taco bar. You see where people find their favorites, so it's been fun.
Kevin Abercrombie from Lone Girl Brewing Company. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for
Well
hosting.
worth the trip up to Wanakee, folks. Lone Girl Brewing Company. Don't go away. There is more restaurant show right after the break. Up next on the restaurant show, vegan never tasted so good with the Cheese Factory restaurant. Hey folks, welcome back to the restaurant show. With me now are Sage and Juby from the Cheese Factory restaurant in Wisconsin Dells. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So good to have you with us. You brought a lot of stuff here. I'm really excited. So you're going to be making some Italian crumble sausage to start out with. So what are the steps? What do we start with here?
Well, the first thing I want to point out is that we're a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
So all of our food is non-GMO and plant-based.
Okay.
So the Italian crumble sausage we're going to be making today is actually made from non-GMO soy.
Okay.
And
Great.
what it looks like is it looks like this. It's soy flour.
Sure.
And we're going to heat up the pan and put some olive oil.
Okay.
Extra virgin olive oil, let that get hot.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some onions.
Okay.
And some garlic and a whole bunch of herbs and spices.
Okay.
Well, while that gets hot,
yeah, and how does, I'm just curious to know, how does a vegan restaurant get a name like Cheese Factory?
Okay, well, we were a cheese factory. The
Really?
building, yeah, the building actually housed the cheese factory.
Okay.
And it looked like the perfect building for a restaurant, and that's why we're called the Cheese Factory.
Okay.
The name is stuck, and when we became vegan, we changed the S to a Z, and that's it.
You changed the S to
Yeah.
a Z, so it's not real cheese, it's
Right.
cheese.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, great.
okay. So while our pan is heating up,
Okay.
what we're doing with the soy is we're hydrating it in a mixture of soy sauce and water.
Okay. Any particular proportions?
It's
2 to 1,
all
or?
this entire recipe is in our cookbook.
That's
we
right.
actually have a
Okay.
vegan cookbook.
It's in this cookbook.
There you
And
go.
it's the Italian crumble sausage recipe. So it's all there. It's
Okay.
about 1/3 soy sauce to 2/3 water.
1/3 soy sauce, 2/3 water. Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
And so then you add the
now we're going to go
onions?
with onions.
There we go. Now we are cooking, folks.
Now we're cooking.
Awesome.
And we're going to sweat that out a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to add a little garlic.
Very good. Gotta have some garlic.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm just curious to know, how do you select what menu items and special dishes to prepare?
Well, a lot of it has to do with, an international concept. Vegetarian and vegan cuisine has been, is not a new thing. I mean, the entire planet has been eating that way for thousands of years.
That's right.
So what I do typically is I'll go to different traditional, national, like Italian or Spanish or Mexican or Indian.
Sure.
And we select dishes or we get inspiration from those ideas. And then
Right.
we just do what we do. And some of it is seasonal, some of it is personal. It happens all different ways.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now, as I understand today, you're going to be showing how this recipe can be used in multiple different
Correct.
recipes. So I'm
Correct.
excited to see that. What's the next thing that we're
Okay,
adding?
we're going to add the spices.
Okay.
Judy's going to let us know. There's about 8
Right.
different spices that go into this.
She's consulting the manual
Yeah,
here.
so page 37 of the cookbook.
Okay.
People. Right. Okay, you want to know what the
Yep,
spices
what are
are
the
that we're
spices?
using? Okay, we're using ground fennel, red
Okay.
pepper flakes, dried oregano, dried basil, dried thyme, dried rosemary, chopped Italian parsley, and coarsely ground black pepper.
Here's our parsley.
Page 37 of the cookbook,
Yeah.
available from Amazon.com.
And since we're on
Right.
TV and we want to rush this a little bit, we're gonna add our hydrated soy
Okay.
right into the pan. And then at this point,
Oh, you can
We're-
smell those spices.
exactly. At this point, you really don't have to cook it much longer. What's going to
Okay.
happen is the soy is going to absorb the herbs and the spices and the liquid. And I'm going to turn the heat off at this point.
Okay.
And let this set.
Sure.
And if you wanted to, you could add red peppers and green peppers, yellow peppers,
Nice.
just to make it look good. You
Sure.
can add mushrooms, you can add onions, you can add some sun-dried tomatoes. There's all of these different variations.
Nice.
This particular item is a really good alternative to ground beef. So any way
Okay.
you would use ground beef,
Okay.
you can use this.
Great.
So now we're going to do the spaghetti and meat sauce.
Okay, great. I'm excited to see this.
Okay, so we go with our linguine.
Nice. So this meat sauce is
It's a meatless sauce.
it's meatless
Right.
sauce, but you're adding marinara basically to this.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
You catch on.
Thank you. Thank you.
So here we go.
I would just like to add,
good.
this is like one of the most popular recipes on the menu right now.
Okay.
at the Cheese Factory.
Awesome.
Okay, first we go with straight marinara.
Sure.
Don't want to make too
Watch
much.
that ladle.
mess here. Yeah.
Right.
And then we're going to go with some Parmesan, which
Okay.
is actually also made from soy.
Okay.
And it's fantastic.
This is
It's
made from
almost like,
soy.
Yep,
Yep.
No
absolutely. You can do everything from soy.
Wow.
And then after that, we're going to add some of the
Watch that lid.
crumble, the Italian sausage crumble that
Yeah.
we've already pre-mixed
Okay.
with additional marinara.
So this is what the finished product would
the
look
finished
like.
product will look like this. Yeah.
All right.
And then we're going to top it all off with some. Here, let's just
Wow,
put
look
that
at
over
Yeah.
there.
Ooh, yes. Put it
I
close
should
to
get
me,
out of the way.
please.
This is some grilled garlic ciabatta bread, which
Okay.
we'll just stick on here.
Nice.
And just a little piece of fresh basil, and we're ready to
Excellent.
go. And that is the dish.
Excellent. Look at
Fantastic.
that. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's the spaghetti and meatless sauce.
Meatless sauce. All
Now,
right.
the other thing we can do, so that's one item.
Okay.
The other thing we do at the cheese is what we call the Italian flatbread.
Okay.
So what we do is we use, actually,
This is-
get the thing.
So this is the flatbread then.
This is the flatbread.
And you grill this yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to make sure I get this in. Can you tell us a little bit about your special holiday surf and turf dish that's coming up?
Yep, the holiday surf and turf includes
Mm-hmm.
pan-fried battered fish fillets, not real fish, made
Right.
from soy. It also includes Cajun chicken, not
Mm-hmm.
real chicken, sautéed veggies, mashed potatoes, savory gravy, and again, it's all plant-based food, no meat
Mm-hmm. Right.
or fish in any of it.
Absolutely, and that's awesome. And then you have desserts and in-house bakery. You kind of bake all those things from scratch.
Yes, we do. We
That's
have about
awesome.
12 or 13 different vegan desserts,
Yes.
all non-GMO ingredients, all delicious. We're going to do an entire show on our desserts at some point down the road.
I'm going to look forward to that for sure. Well, Sage and Juby, thank you so much for
Thank
coming on
you.
today.
Thanks for having
And
us.
while we go to commercial break, I'm going to be taste testing this wonderful meatless sauce and spaghetti. Don't go away. There's more restaurant show coming up after the break. Thanks so much for joining me here today on the Restaurant Show. I hope that when you're out and about looking for a place to eat or at the grocery store, you'll consider any one of these fantastic locally owned businesses. That's all the time we have for today on the Restaurant Show. This is Justin Riley reminding you that life is too short to eat average. We'll see you next time.